we are about to get back on the road for I guess what would technically be day number 3, because we spent half a day on day number 1 and a full day yesterday driving on our road trip to Oklahoma. We are in the middle of Arizona and it is snowing as we are about to get back on the gas. Look at how cold it is.
It's cold. It's about 6 a.m. I'm tired, but it's cold.
It is. Yeah, it's freezing out, and it snowed just enough where it's all just like a little bit white. Part of why we drove as long as we did yesterday, we drove through Flagstaff because like a huge storm was about to hit that area, and we're probably like 15 miles past it. So we're about to fire up the rig, get back on I-40, and just try to get going down the road, because Arizona, when you think of this state, you think of like very warm weather and, you know, sun is out and whatnot, but not necessarily the case in the middle of January. So
yeah, the winter, it's high desert, so it's beautiful country, but damn, it gets cold.
It's just something else. So it's snowing where we're at, but we're gonna get back in the RV 6 a.m. and we're gonna put some more miles underneath our belt today. Shoot, everyone's gonna be commenting that we're all wearing the same outfits every single day. That's life on the road. So we just literally crossed into New Mexico from Arizona. It's 8:57 right now, and
20 degrees outside.
Dad said it's 20 degrees outside, and we're about 150 miles from Albuquerque, which I think is where we are gonna stop next. The weather right now, I mean, as you can see in the footage, I mean, it's been snowing. It was snowing in Arizona. It's gonna continue to snow is kind of the region we're in New Mexico. And Dad's GPS says we have exactly 12 hours and 7 minutes left on the road.
819 miles.
So we're cruising along good. When is the time change next? It probably won't be till we're in Texas, I think. Somewhere in there probably. So yeah, we're rolling good right now, and we still have a little bit until our first stop of the day. Dude, check out how cheap gas is here. $2.99. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we have to go in.
I don't think this is a good place to stop.
My dad needs. You don't want to bring your camera?
I'm not bringing my camera inside. Okay, so we ended up stopping, guys, in Albuquerque. One of my viewers advised against this. Anyway, I don't know. We just stopped, and it looks like we're in a pretty sketchy location. So we're gonna run inside real quick because we got to get a couple things. We're gonna refuel, and we're gonna try to get out of here as quick as possible. Bennett, where are we at?
I don't know, it looks like Stockton to me.
It looks like a sketchy place in California. I'm just ripping the GoPro. We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is definitely one of the sketchiest truck stops I think we've ever been at. I mean, it looks normal, I guess, but I guess we'll find out.
We'll see.
Those are no good. Those are no good.
Out there.
Those are no good.
These are the best.
Either Swedish fish or where's the? These are really good.
This is probably the smallest loves I've ever been into.
Yeah, it's
this
actually
thing's tiny.
It looks normal on the inside. It's just.
I just don't think the surrounding areas good.
Yeah, I would agree. So I looked it up, and it says the city that we are in is one of the most dangerous in the United States.
Well, I'm from California, so it's about right.
Yeah, you're fitting in.
Not too concerned. Plus, we have the sheriff here, so.
Yeah, a sheriff did walk in right behind us, so saved us. Okay, so Dad, you made an observation. What are your thoughts on New Mexico?
There ain't nothing out here but Jesus and sagebrush.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, do not want to offend any of my viewers that possibly live in this state, but from what I've seen, it's definitely different. We also have part 2 on Carly driving. She's probably been going now for about an hour, doing a phenomenal job and getting some good experience. I think we're gonna just keep rolling down the road so far. Good weather, not crazy traffic. We're not that far from Texas either, so we're probably gonna have the sign coming up in not too long as we kind of finish out this state, get into the next one, and then once we start going through the very top of Texas, doesn't the top of Texas have a name? Isn't there a part of the state? I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, it's called the Texas Panhandle. So we're just gonna be going through that part of the state, and the notable city is Amarillo. Amarillo. So yeah, we're gonna be there in about 2 hours.
That's like 75?
75 miles.
Holy cow.
Harley's getting us all the way there. The Texas sign, I think, is just right up this way.
Well,
We made it to Texas.
we're in Texas.
Is this the state? Don't they say everything's bigger?
Now it's sagebrush, Jesus, and cowboys.
And cowboys.
There you go.
There you go. So we're rolling good. New game plan for today. We are gonna drive until that city that I mentioned that Bennett kept correcting me on.
Amarillo.
Amarillo. Amarillo.
Yep.
Amarillo. And we actually found a super nice RV park and potentially a place to eat where a fan actually commented on my Facebook post. So the restaurant is called the Big Texan. I looked it up. It was only a couple minutes off the freeway. We did more research and realized there was an RV park. And at the same time, I noticed that comment got a couple likes. A couple people also responded and said, yeah, that's an awesome stop. And since we ended up leaving a little earlier than we originally planned, we figured we might as well take a little extra time. Usually we just drive straight through, get there as quick as possible, but we have an extra day and we've never seen Texas before, so we're gonna stop, enjoy, you know, a short 12 or 16 hours before we head a little bit north. So the place we're going tonight has that restaurant across the street, and we've been seeing signs the whole time we've been on the interstate for the place and for the challenge they have known as the Big Texan. The Big Texan is basically a challenge where in 1 hour or less you have to eat a 72-ounce steak and like bread and a shrimp cocktail and salad, like other sides, and it's a full-on deal. And if you can complete it in 1 hour or less, they give it to you all for free. If not, you have to pay for it, and it's like 72 bucks. But it's funny, that sign I just showed you in the vlog, we've seen like, I feel like 5 or 10 of those the whole time throughout the last hour. So I guess we might have scored on a home run on what we're doing tonight. Really excited to see what we have ahead of us. Carly, you gonna take on the Big Texan?
No.
Yeah, negative. I don't think my dad is either. I don't think Bennett is taking on the Big.
I'll take on the Big Texas if it's just the meat. I ain't eating all that other stuff.
Yeah. I actually could agree. I can agree with that. That sounds really good. Everything else, I don't think there'd be room for that. Okay, so there's the restaurant, the Big Texan, and it's pretty packed. I think the RV park's just right over here. Look at that.
This is sick.
This is pretty sweet. Just stop right up there.
Yeah, that's us right there.
And that just tells us how to get
Your
to the
site,
site.
P5.
So actually a fan told me that to stay in the RV park that had Cadillacs out front. These are Cadillacs.
I think if you ever listen to the song "The Ride," this is what Hank Williams. This is what Hank Williams drove right here.
That thing is sick. So these right here, I guess this used to be the old shuttle service, because they have a shuttle service that takes you from this nice RV park over to the restaurant, which is just down the road. But they retired all these, and now I guess it's just like a van. But kind of neat that they sit out front and how this all tied together, just because we ended up here because a fan told us about it and we decided to check it out. And I said earlier, I think we scored. Well, we definitely did. Well, we made it. We couldn't come here and not take a picture in front of the bowl, but we're gonna enjoy a nice dinner. Took a couple hours off in the RV park, kind of got settled, and we're gonna be back on the road tomorrow to finish the trip to Shawnee, Oklahoma. We're on there for 3 nights, $5,000 to win, and then a little extra cash and lap money. So if we lead every lap and win, it's $7,500. And then after that, we got a week in the Tulsa Expo Center for the 2023 Chili Bowl. Okay, so here is a first look at the Heart of Oklahoma Raceway here in Shawnee. I walked up here just a minute ago and I literally cannot believe my eyes. All my fans said, hey, if you want to run the most bank track in the United States, you need to come here to Shawnee, and my camera's not even going to be able to do it justice. If you kind of kneel down here, the very top, it's just like, if you walk out there, I mean, granted, I'm in slippers, but like you almost just start sliding down the track. Like you literally cannot do it. And you can see the bottom's a little bit flatter, but still there's a good amount of progressive banking all the way up, and there's no crease in both ends. Another thing I noticed immediately is how nice this facility is, and you know, being indoors here, it's hard to find a good arena to have an outlaw kart track in, but it looks like they definitely found a good one here. I'm now at the other end, and just, I mean, looking down from up top here, like I said, a camera can't even do it justice, and it's gonna, I wonder what it's gonna feel like being out here in a kart. It's probably gonna feel like you're sitting like this up top.
Well, I think like we were talking, the contours in the track, like they're teed corners, so your highest point is the center of the corner almost.
Yeah.
So you can't, I mean, you can't loop it like a bowl around the top. You almost have to kind of turn down the hill and get a run.
For sure. From some of the videos we watch, it looks like it sometimes does get way up here. Sometimes it kind of stays in the middle, and then maybe every once in a while guys are kind of just catfishing down low. But with so many cars this weekend, I'm sure the track surface is going to be constantly changing. We're going to have to stay on it. This will kind of show you guys the banking. Bennett's 6'3".
So I think right here, because you got to take into the accountability that the infield is lower actually than where I'm standing. So I'm about eye level here, give or take a few more inches. It's about 6 foot of bank.
This is nuts. If a car gets going, I don't know if anybody's ever landed down where you're at, but that's not a good
drop off.
That's not a good day.
No.
So then if you walk through here, this is actually the pit area, and this is one thing that's kind of neat is everyone parks inside. So even when there's weather and stuff, now granted you can't bring your trailer. Obviously they don't put all the trailers in here, but you push your car in, and then all of these are pit stalls. So that's kind of different, but it is cool because imagine, I'm sure just like out on the West Coast when we're racing Red Bluff, it's raining, it's cold, and it's kind of nice to get in here and everyone just brings their car, brings all their tools, spares, tires, everything, which is a little bit of a pain, but that's kind of how they're going to be doing it for this weekend. So the building that we're racing in, for context, is over there, and the nice part is they have RV hookups out here in the parking lot, so we just got our space, and that is where it's gonna live for the next couple of days. Anyway, that's probably gonna wrap up our second road trip video here on our road to the Chili Bowl. It was fun. It was like 27 hours, almost 2,000 miles, and we started in Southern Oregon, came all the way here to Shawnee. We're finally now gonna get some on-track action for the next couple of days, and then right after that, we're gonna head about an hour and a half, I think it's north, up the road to Tulsa for, of course, the Chili Bowl Nationals. Dad, you made it all the way.
Made it all the way. I'm taking a break.
So we're gonna kind of enjoy this afternoon before we literally are gonna be technically racing or practicing, just being on track for the next 5 days straight between the outlaw kart and the midget, and I can't wait to bring you guys along with us for the journey. We'll see you guys all back tomorrow and the next week and a half we have here in the state of Oklahoma. Deuces.